Hello everyone. Today, we're going to talk about how to write a discuss both views essay for IELTS Writing Task 2. This is a very common question type and it's important to know the right steps to handle it effectively. We'll take an example and explain these steps in details. We'll focus on how to write each paragraph, a Band 9 vocabulary list and sentence structure analysis for the essay. Let us start with Step 1. In Step 1, understand the question clearly. These questions ask you to look at two opposing opinions on a topic. You need to explain both views fairly and then give your own opinion. For example, the question might say, some people believe that university education should focus on preparing students for specific careers. Others, however, think that universities should provide knowledge for its own sake, regardless of whether it is useful to a particular job. Discuss both these views and give your own opinion. Step 2. Plan your essay. A good structure makes your writing easier to follow and shows the examiner you can organize ideas clearly. Use 4 paragraphs: introduction, body paragraph 1, body paragraph 2, and conclusion.
Step 3. Write your introduction. Begin by introducing the debate in a sophisticated way, rather than simply paraphrasing. Set the context, acknowledge that both views have merit, and then clearly state your position. For example, you could say, "The purpose of higher education has long been a topic of debate. While some argue that universities should primarily equip students with practical skills for specific careers, others believe their role extends beyond employability to the pursuit of knowledge. Both perspectives hold merit, yet I firmly believe a balanced approach is most beneficial." On the one hand, those who advocate for career-oriented education emphasize the economic relevance of universities. In today's competitive job market, employers increasingly demand specialized expertise. By focusing on vocational training, universities can produce work-ready graduates who contribute directly to the labor force. For instance, fields such as engineering and medicine require strong alignment between academic instruction and industry needs. Step 5. In your second body paragraph, present the opposing view. Use, on the other hand, as your transition to signal the contrasting perspective. Explain this viewpoint thoroughly with detailed reasoning and examples. You might say, "On the other hand, many contend that universities should be centers of intellectual exploration rather than training factories. The intrinsic value of learning lies in broadening the mind and cultivating critical thinking. Knowledge pursued for its own sake can lead to innovation and social progress. For example, the humanities and pure sciences have historically produced insights that later transformed industries in unexpected ways." Step 6. Write your conclusion. Begin with, "In my opinion," to clearly signal your personal stance. Rather than simply summarizing, synthesize both views, and present a nuanced position that shows sophisticated thinking. For example, "In my opinion, the most effective universities integrate both aims. While practical skills ensure employability, intellectual curiosity nurtures long-term adaptability. Ultimately, a holistic education, one that blends professional relevance with academic enrichment, best prepares individuals to thrive personally and contribute meaningfully to society." End of Step 6.
Now, let's recap some important points when writing this type of essay. Discuss both views and give your opinion. Firstly, here are some useful phrases you can use. On the one hand, on the other hand, while some argue that, others believe. From this viewpoint, for instance, or for example. In my opinion, I firmly believe. And ultimately. Remember, using these phrases correctly makes your essay more coherent and persuasive.
Then, let's look at the first perspective, which focuses on career-oriented education. Notice how the essay uses precise terms like economic relevance, competitive job market, and specialized expertise. These words are powerful because they immediately signal that the writer understands the practical purpose of higher education and can write with authority. Grammatically, the essay uses noun phrases and relative clauses, such as in, universities can produce graduates who contribute directly to the labor force. For a visual, imagine a sleek infographic split screen. On one side, students working in a high-tech lab, and on the other, the keywords floating around them dynamically. This reinforces the connection between the language and the practical context. Finally, the conclusion is a great example of lexical cohesion and grammatical precision. The writer blends ideas from both views while clearly giving their own opinion. Key terms like practical skills, intellectual curiosity, long-term growth, adaptability and holistic education are carefully used to link ideas and create a professional tone. Grammatically, contrastive connectors like, while practical skills ensure employability, and parallel structures like, blend professional relevance with academic enrichment, make the writing fluid and sophisticated. For a visual, imagine a split design merging into a bright center. On one side, imagery of career readiness, on the other, icons representing knowledge and learning. When they merge, a glowing title appears. Holistic Education equals Band 9 Thinking, signaling the perfect balance of skills and intellectual growth.
Ready to take your IELTS writing to the next level? Practice this structure, explore detailed lessons, and try our AI-powered writing tools, completely free. Just head over to www.sparkskytech.com/IELTS. Keep practicing, stay confident, and I'll see you in the next video. Let's make your Band 9 goal happen together.